Well, good afternoon. It is day 15 and John just dropped us off at 5:01 and it feels good to be back on trail. And that view we just showed you, that was actually our 100-mile mark. So we've done 100 miles since Delaware Water Gap, and honestly somehow it feels like a lot more. And in many ways I feel like we should have gone a lot further. But it is what it is. We are enjoying this absolutely beautiful day. Another sunny, breezy day. Those are my favorite kind to hike in. This is tip-top weather for hiking. So yeah, feels good to be back out here. We pretty much spent all of our time at the KOA doing chores, town chores. It's always stressful to go into town for me. I never really like it. I like being out here. Town is just a necessary evil. It's good to get some good food, get laundry done, shower, all that good stuff. Although this time I did not shower. I just didn't have the time. I was uploading videos and editing pretty much the whole time after we finished our resupply. And I was doing town chores right up until 5 minutes before we left, so that's okay. Showers are overrated. Nobody's gonna smell me out here anyway, and if they do, they're probably equally funky. So I'll get one when I get to Duncannon. Oh, we've come to several views right off the bat today, and that's always nice. Great way to start the day. Let's see what we have. Oh yeah, very cool. I just love that Pennsylvania farmland. You can just look out and see forever. More great trail today. Very few, if any, rocks. And shady, breezy, and cool. And pretty flat. Just the way I like it. I love walking through the woods like this. Actually, the trail is so nice that I'm hoping we're on the AT because I haven't seen a blaze in a while. But I have a feeling that we are because it's pretty trampled and well traveled to be a side trail. Well, this is a nice easy trail and old boy is just cruising along, so I figure if he wants to go, I'm going to go at his pace because I'm hiking his hike. Isn't that right, Garvey? Am I hiking your hike? Okay. Hike on, my friend. I'm following you. So the AT's been a divided highway for the last half mile or so. We have both northbound and southbound lanes. It's break time. We've just been hanging out here across the trail from William Penn Shelter. It's just down that side trail. And on the other side of the AT here to the west, there's a blue blaze that supposedly goes down to a spring. So we're going to get water at that spring, and then we're going to head down the trail. So this is just south of William Penn. Didn't go down to the shelter. I'm sure it's nice, but I'm not a big fan of shelters anymore, especially with Garvey. I just don't like bringing a dog to a shelter unless I'm the only one there, or if I know who's there already. And even then, I'd rather be in a tent. So it's about 5:30, and those of you who have watched me before know that this is probably my favorite time of day to hike, especially this time of year. And I just really enjoy the way the light hits everything this time of day, and everything's starting to cool off. And we're just continuing to enjoy this trail, and we're just going to walk until we find a campsite that suits us, and then we're going to sit down, set up, and have a nice meal, and we'll catch you then. Well, this is home for the night. I think we did about 10-ish miles. We're not far from I-81. I think it's a 3-bar campsite. And I have some neighbors over here have Bounce and 10-4.
Hello everybody.
And they invited me to stay over here because there's a lot of deadfall on that site over there, and I'm kind of glad I'm up here rather than down there. Even though there's not supposed to be storms, yeah, those trees are so dead they could just fall at any second. So Garvey's back to his usual self, and we're gonna cook something to eat. Garvey's already finished his dinner. I'm gonna make something, and we're gonna have a good night.